All right, welcome to day 4, the day 4 prelims results of interest recitation video here on YouTube. Writing component of this writing production for the 2022 World Aquatics Championships is on Wikipedia. Today is the 20th of June, 2022, and it's day 4 by definition. Doesn't matter what sport you include. If one's talking about the 2022 World Championships, there is no World Swimming Championships in long course meters. It's part of a larger event, and by definition the event starts on the 17th of June 2022. People who cannot accept reality say that the championships started on a day other than the 17th of June, so they might say like the 18th of June, and then they'll publish that. It's called misinformation. It is actually a criminal offense. However, not everybody have mental capacities to accept reality. That's mental illness. So just if you're interacting with kind of toxic people like that, just remember they're not mentally there. They're not all there. They don't really got a great set of mental capacities, and that it is a mental illness, and just give them grace that they need because they can't accept reality. Well, that's life. That they just must. That their life just must suck, and they make it miserable for everybody else. But they're not really people about spreading happiness. All right. Up first, logistics. Dan and Caleb are at our house in South Australia, which is not to be confused with South Africa, where Chad the Clo and I have a home together. So Dan and Caleb have been and are writing articles and are working out printing / typesetting for the paper publications by Lucky Wallaby Courier for this World Championships. So this writing production is brought to you by Lucky Wallaby Courier. I'm part of Lucky Wallaby Courier, one of the co-founders, and we may reprint at a later date or dates once we have things more figured out. So might not see the print articles now, but that doesn't mean they won't be there later. And they're writing them all and printing them all initially now, so we have that set in stone, so to speak, hard copy. Can even test the ink on the page to make sure it was printed when we said it was printed, that kind of stuff. And then the pet wallabies. So we do have pet wallabies at our house in South Australia. It is legal in South Australia. You can go through the paperwork. It's kind of like a reserve. Well, it's not kind of. It's a large nature reserve. And we keep trying to eat the pet wallabies. Keep trying to eat the articles. So once they are printed, kind of like goats in that way. So they just kind of want to eat everything, and they want to eat the articles. So where it's a constant struggle of printing these articles and being like, we should keep the originals, and then the wallabies going, food. So just wallabies are cute little critters. Drew Kibler Leonardi, who some people call Drew Kibler, his full name, Drew Kibler Leonardi. He took my last name when we got married. He is older than me. He's my husband. So he wanted me to include that video production teams have been using computer-generated imagery for his teeth. It's true. I've seen some of them. So he has they're kind of skinny teeth, and then NBC, the Olympic Channel, and a bunch of different broadcasters have been completely changing his teeth. He didn't do anything to his teeth. It's computer-generated imagery. So if you want like a blooper, but they do it intentionally, so it's deliberately misconstruing reality. If you see big teeth, full teeth, they're not his, which is what they've been doing. But if you don't know his real teeth, they're kind of skinny teeth. So they're choosing to leave out / remove his real smile and teeth. They're trying to cause chronic depression in him, so because he can't even see his own smile. It's really diabolical. These are really bad people. And so it's in online video postings and television broadcasts. So like people that call themselves print or magazines, stuff like that, they'll usually have websites, so they're not really print publications, because print is only print and no online presence. And so they'll post misinformation videos too, or like watch parties and stuff like that. There's a bunch of entities that do that kind of thing, and be it publicly or privately, sharing those videos, and they'll show the computer generated imagery if they're like watching, and then they're like, look at that, and it's the fake smile, because they don't want him to be happy, and they don't want me to be happy. They don't want to see us be happy together. All right, Random note, I have not appealed any of my community guideline strikes here on YouTube, so I've had a number of videos age restricted. I have not appealed their decision on any of them. I am not that kind of person. People who appeal stuff like that tend to not be all there mentally. Not always, just the bad ones. There are good ones that institute change. So if you're the good type, I didn't mean to offend you. An example of a bad type human being would be Annie Laser. Woo! And the entire Indiana University. This is relevant for this competition because Annie Laser's gotten disqualified in swimming and then appealed, and then Lily King, and then Cody Miller. And what do all three of those have in common? All at the highest level of competition. Two of those people, Cody Miller and Lily King, multiple times, repeat offenders and cheating through disqualification. They're dopers, chemical dopers, but then they get slapped for the physical part and they get really upset about it. And yeah, so they're repeat offenders. They cheat at the highest level and get disqualified, and then they throw a temper tantrum because they're very childish. And they're all part of the same training group, so they expect it. And then a really great one is they retaliated. This gets down to other interest-piquing results today. They retaliated against Russians because another member of the team, Blake Pironi, really wanted a gold medal at a championship. So they're like, let's lie and dope this person's samples from Russia, just blame it on the Russians so that he can get his gold medal. And he got his gold medal today. Or yesterday, technically. Yesterday/today. And so I'm like, the entire group of swimmers from Indiana University, they call themselves pros at lying and fraud, I guess. So avoid scams. Don't go that way. They're bad people. All right. Up next, countries of interest results. Artistic swimming, solo free routine, female, Canada, Italy, Japan competed, all advanced to the final. Pool swimming, 50-meter breaststroke, male, Egypt, France, Italy, South Africa competed, Italy advanced to the semifinals. Pool swimming, 200-meter freestyle, female, Great Britain and France competed, all advanced to the semifinals. Pool swimming, 200-meter butterfly, male, France, Great Britain, Italy, South Africa competed. France, Great Britain, Italy advanced to the semifinals. South Africa, that was Chad Leclos. He competed in the exhibition hall. He went a 1:44.05, 1 minute 44.05 seconds, long course meters. It's a more relaxed environment in the exhibition hall. Yeah. So, and then up last is pool swimming, 800-meter freestyle, male, Egypt, France, Great Britain, Italy, Ireland competed. France, Ireland, Italy advanced to the final. Lone Penguins of interest results. Today we're still working on FEMA's still trying to recruit us, so today we went out to a lake and we did some open water swimming as part of the recruitment process. They're trying to recruit us in the 3 sports we compete in or would compete in: artistic swimming, pool swimming, open water swimming. Medal table, no new medal table updates. No medals handed out during the prelim session. Should be a morning session and an evening session, and the medals handed out in both. If they were trying to go for entertainment value, which they're not, no sporting competition really is structured for that kind of. Let's actually retain viewers throughout the day. And don't even get me started on that. So, yeah. Medalists, no new medalists, because no medals handed out in the morning. And then other interest-piquing results. Yes, vandalism on Daniil Pasynkov's Wikipedia page, saying he was disqualified in a race from 2016. So that is vandalism. In reality, it was one of his relay teammates. So one of his relay teammates got suspended in March 2020. And then FEMA's like, we're going to just disqualify a bunch of stuff from like 6 years ago, 8 years ago, that kind of thing. And so then somebody came to Daniil Pasynkov's page and they're like, disqualified. And it's like, that's a lie. This is a textbook example of misinformation spread through vandalism. Why is it a lie? Why is it misinformation? Because it was the teammate that was disqualified. and the medals were reallocated, revoked, that is not the same as disqualification. Some people, again, not all there. They don't got good mental capacities. This is a mental illness, spreading misinformation. So and they did it to everybody on the relay. So there was, I think, there were 7 people and 1 person got disqualified, and then somebody went on Wikipedia and was like, I'm anti-Russian, I'm going to say everybody got disqualified. And it's like, that's misinformation. And guess who got the gold medal? Indiana University in the United States of America. So the only people spreading misinformation in this case are the Americans. Liars, pathological liars. I think at least in pool swimming, I am developing a new nickname for America based on their temper tantrums and misinformation spreading. And I think perhaps Lily King most embodies it correctly. America the ugly. Yeah, that's my conclusion. So that's the morning. A whole lot of triggered emotions that I'm hoping this helped temper, or at least provide, not temper, but provide an explanation for. Americans are, and I mean, especially after picking wars with other countries and slaughtering Muslims, and I'm a Muslim, stuff like that, they're slaughtering my people, and they're still allowed to compete in international competitions, and their medals haven't been revoked. It's about time. 20 years of war should result in 20 years worth of medals being taken away. I mean, if we're truly going on human rights and the violations Americans have done. Bye-bye.